Always make sure you've got an expert internally who is verifying what your AI is spitting out there for you. Nothing beats a human who has a complete understanding of A, your brand, and B, the audience that you're trying to speak to. If you want to start somewhere when it comes to content generation, you can even use the free version of ChatGPT and simply ask it to do what else can AI do for companies. Welcome to The Disruptionists, where the status quo has no seat at the table. I'm Jess Singh, and this is your invitation to join the movement of game-changing, boundary-pushing strategies that will take your marketing, branding, and customer journey to the next level. Let's get disruptive. Hey everyone, guess what? Today, we are going to talk about AI. Yes, that hot topic that everyone's talking about. But today, it's trying to figure out how it's actually changing the future of marketing and branding and what matters most of all right now. So one of the things I really want to talk about is the role that AI can play in really understanding our customers better. One of the things that I do on a daily basis is actually work with clients in identifying their ideal client avatar. In other words, it's just getting down to the basics and figuring out who our ideal client is, what they want, and how we can communicate with them. But imagine if you could cut it down, the entire process that could potentially take you days, into just a matter of minutes or even an hour or so of your day. That would be a huge time saver, and it has been for a lot of my clients. So what we've been able to do is use tools like ChatGPT to feed in some data, particularly ChatGPT in its paid format. I find that it works a lot better in analyzing data that you might be holding about your customers in your CRMs. Once you put that into a spreadsheet or you feed that data into ChatGPT, it's able to basically analyze the things that your customers do, like, and then therefore help you identify who they are much better than you could, unless you spent lots of time trying to figure out the statistics yourself and figure out the main points. So for example, with these ideal client avatars, we're able to do things like really find out what it is that are the pain points for this particular customer. So one of the ways that AI can truly support you and your marketing efforts is how you become more and more accustomed to that ideal client avatar that you have. What do I mean? I'm basically just trying to say that if you want to create personalized marketing materials for that ideal client avatar, sometimes by putting it into AI and using tools like ChatGPT, it can help you really pinpoint those particular pain points that they have and truly use the language that's going to help impact and connect and engage with that client or that particular customer. So one of the examples that I would use is that talking about the pain points that an accountant might have, right? Accountants are so sick and tired of being seen as the people that you go to simply to get your taxes done. They want to become more and more the person that a client goes to as a bigger advisor in bigger matters that go outside of that regular yearly tax and that particular problem. So in order for that accountant to truly understand that customer better and some of the other areas in which they can help, you can use AI like ChatGPT to have a bit of a brainstorming session about some of the other areas. So it could be things like succession planning, but you don't have to figure it out on your own because this technology has a way of just doing it in a matter of seconds, whereas you might be searching on multiple websites trying to figure out how else you could help that customer. So that's been a really, really great example of how AI can truly help you in addressing customers in a more personalized way. So listen, chatbots and customer service is actually another area where AI can play a huge role. Customer service can be super, super manual and it can take a lot of your time. But imagine if you had a little bot that was able to handle a lot of the tried and tested common sort of questions that your customer is asking, and it's serving them without you needing someone to be live and answering them for you. Essentially, that's what businesses are using AI tools for. Essentially, what does that mean for your customer? They get their questions answered essentially when they want, and it can be done 24/7. We all know that customer habits are constantly changing. It's all about getting things on demand. So why not look into AI and what it can do for you from a customer service perspective? One really amazing company that showed me something new. It was actually an education company out there who was using AI and technology to actually look at the customer service side of things, where each conversation was recorded. Now, the benefit of having that conversation recorded is that the AI could tell this particular salesperson or support person from a customer service perspective where they were going really, really well and the areas that they could improve on. That required no intervention from the sales manager or the customer service manager. It was a report that got generated straight away. And that blew my mind. If this is the type of thing that AI can do, you literally just need to scratch at the surface and you will find things that will ultimately change the experience for your team and your customers. So what else can AI do for companies? Well, one of the things that we talk about here at The Disruptionist is wanting to constantly innovate. So what happens if there is an AI tool there that could actually help you forecast future trends and customer behaviors? Well, it is possible. So imagine if you could use this AI to take a look at all of the ways in which your customer is interacting and buying with you. By using the software, it could actually give you an indication of maybe where you should continue to invest. So all of us as business owners are thinking about new products, or often we're looking at enhancing the products that we currently have to stay relevant. You can go out there and actually use all sorts of different types of AI to help you figure out those trends. It's like predicting the future for your business, and you don't have to do it on your own. So one of my absolute favorite areas when it comes to using AI for your business is actually content generation. Now, you'd wonder why someone who actually works in marketing and has spent a lot of time creating content for companies, why someone like me would actually advocate for AI and using it as a tool in this particular area. It's not because it's going to replace what I can do, but what it does is it enhances what I can offer. So I often use it to brainstorm different ideas for content rather than taking me, an hour to come up with topics for the next 3 months, when it comes to social media. I can use it and work with it as my teammate to help me basically get super, super creative. For those of you who actually don't like writing or aren't as experienced as me, you can rely on it. But my big tip here is that to always fact check and think about putting yourself in the shoes of your actual audience, who you're actually writing for. As easy as it may seem to use AI like ChatGPT to write a blog post, there is nothing like us as humans coming in and reading it, making sure that it actually connects with who we're trying to talk to. If you want to start somewhere when it comes to content generation, you can even use the free version of ChatGPT and simply ask it to do 12 blog posts for you about a particular piece of content or a particular topic that you're really interested in. So if you're a gym and you're wanting to try and drive more traffic about fitness, put that into your prompt and then ask ChatGPT to write to a very specific audience. So your particular customer might be mums who are very time poor and are interested in workouts and things that they can do at the gym in a really, really convenient way. Don't try and figure it all out on yourself. Use ChatGPT to help you generate those blog topics. Whether it's just the topics themselves and you get on and you write from your experience, or you actually let ChatGPT get in there and actually develop the content for you. What's the point of robots if we can't get them to do things for us that we don't want to do, especially the repetitive tasks out there? Essentially, from a marketer's perspective, AI can actually also help you with the repetitive tasks that your team often spend a lot of time on, like email marketing. So, To help you and your team free up more time, you can essentially ask it to publish a whole heap of emails in relation to things like nurturing your leads without you having to spend the time and actually coming up with that sequence yourself. It is amazing what you can do if you just put yourself out there and try. But again, this always comes with a word of warning. Please always make sure you've got an expert internally who is verifying what your AI is spitting out there for you. Nothing beats a human who has a complete understanding of A, your brand, and B, the audience that you're trying to speak to. Okay, so that's going to bring us to the end of this episode, where hopefully you've had a bit of a taste of how AI, this hot thing that everyone keeps talking about, actually does have value to you and your business from a marketing perspective. And remember, everyone, you're not on your own. This is definitely something that you can strike up a conversation with on social media, with me on LinkedIn, the community that we're trying to create, and actually go out there and talk to your counterparts, talk to other people in similar businesses and ask them what they're doing and what's working for them. It is constantly changing and you don't have to keep on top of it, but you definitely should give it a try. Thanks for joining me on The Disruptionists. If this episode sparked new ideas or challenged your thinking, I'd love your support with a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And don't forget to subscribe to your favorite platform to catch every disruptive insight. For more behind-the-scenes content and to connect with like-minded disruptors, follow me at It's Jess Singh across all social platforms. And remember, stay disruptive.